Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? I hope you guys had a good day today. Missed out on yesterday. I was out all day yesterday. I told you guys about a trade that I was looking for on AMD, but we'll talk about that more in detail, as we get further into this recap. But every day I want to share a message with you, and this is really, really important. Sometimes we get lost in this trading world. We don't know if we should go up, down, left, right, backwards, forwards. We don't know. We lose our focus, we lose our passion, we lose our motivation, we lose our confidence, our desire. And when that happens, that's when we need to kick it into high gear. We don't need to fold up like an envelope and walk away from it. We have to we have to attack these tests head on. All right. I know I joke about a lot of times, say, man, I don't get any breaks in this market. I don't get any breaks. I'm just talking. I'm not looking for a break, and we shouldn't be looking for that. We have to put ourselves in the right position to take advantage of these moves and make our own breaks for ourselves. That's the right mindset. We go through these tests. The market tests us every day, and I've said this time and time and time again. We get tested in the market daily. And, everybody, we all have different tests. We all have different weaknesses and strengths. So our tests are going to be different. But rest assured, you will be tested. And it's how you respond to these tests that's going to determine how successful you're going to be in trading. But no matter what, the mindset you have to have is that you have to keep going. If this is what you want, you have to keep going. If I know I'll never be a billionaire like God, I don't forgot the man's name. It'll come to me in a minute. But I still grind every day. I know I'm not going to win every trade, but I grind every day. Sometimes I'm so tired I don't want to do my reflection, but I do it every day because I know if I let the market get 1 inch on me, they're going to take a mile. So there's a lot of things that I may not want to do sometimes. And I know the journaling part is real tedious, but we've got to do it. We got to push through, and we've got to do the things that we need to do in order to be successful. So, no matter what, no matter how bad we feel, we have to grind it out. We have to work it out. Give it that 120. And we'll start to see some success. All right, so before we get into the recap, there's a couple of questions I want to answer as related to the roadmap to success. It's $41.50 a month broken down, but it's $249 for the 6-month deal. That's the way it works out. That was one question. The other question was, how does the lifetime membership deal work? If you are a subscriber of another membership. So for instance, if you do a yearly membership, after you pay the second year, you automatically become a lifetime member. You'll never have to make another payment again. If you're a monthly member, once you make 15 monthly payments, you will not have to make another payment again. you'll be converted to a lifetime member. If you do the 6-month program, the $249 every 6 months, once you pay for 6 of those, you will be a lifetime member, and you'll never have to make another payment again. That's the way it works. Now, if you cancel, you lose it. The clock starts over. That's the way it's set up. If you need to take a break, you get with me, we pause it so you don't lose credit for what you've already done. So it's really, really important that if you need to take a break, to let me know, we pause it, and you won't lose that credit. But that's the way it works. If you have any more questions, just shoot me an email. But like I said, it was better for me just to answer it like that. So here is the message. This one's actually from IB, but TD Ameritrade had the same message that comes up. Now, if you just click this and didn't read it, it'll never come up again. But what this is telling you is that if you trade outside of the DOS platform, or if your broker, let's say you have a margin call and your broker liquidates your position outside of DOS, DOS will not know until the next day. They get a download every morning or every night, I can't remember what time, but they get a download from whatever broker you're trading through, and they God, I can't think of the word now. Oh, I must be tired. They reconcile the accounts. And so if you made, like when I'm out and I make a trade through IB's platform, it's not going to appear in DOS. It's not. And if you have it to where DOS, where IB does whatever automated trading for you, it's not going to show up in DOS. So they tell you keep tabs to make sure that they're not desynchronized. Any position that's closed in IB that still appears in DOS, you can remove it, get it removed by contacting DOS. But know this, that if you still have a live position and you call DOS and tell them, can you take this off? They're not going to do it. They're going to check to make sure that your position is actually closed through IB before they manually change it. So don't get the idea saying that, ooh, this is going against me, so I'm just going to call DOS and have them delete this. They're not going to do that. And even if they did, it wouldn't delete it in your broker. But they're going to make sure that before they do anything manually, it's going to match up. So if you have any questions about this, make sure you call them. TD Ameritrade works the same way. Centerpoint works the same way. Anybody that uses DOS and they have their own platform, it works the same way. All right. So that's all for the questions. Let's look at Old Man SPY. You can see we are still trading sideways, but a pretty strong day. We actually ran up in the close. The day wasn't all that great, but it did run up in the close. Finished pretty strong. So it's going to be interesting to see where we start out tomorrow morning. You know, are we going to make that move up to the top of this channel? Is it going to gap here and then sell off? Remember, tomorrow's Friday. We have some interesting things on Friday. But right now, we are trapped in this channel. We are trapped in this little channel here. If we get a little break, it could take out the top. And, you know, we could see some pretty decent moves. So I'm keeping an eye on this based on how it closed, and reading that price action, looking at this candlestick. It looks like we're going to have a strong move. But it looked like that over here too. And where did we end up the next day? Sitting on the 5-day moving average and not really doing much. So, that could happen tomorrow as well. We just need to, you don't want to predict. That's why I don't scan at night. That's why I don't look at charts at night. I wait till I see what's moving that morning, what has volatility, what has volume. And those are the stocks I look at to trade the open with. Now, I'm not saying people that scan at night are wrong. That's the way they do it, and it works for them. It's all about your process. As I said before, trading is an art form. It looks different to everybody. Everybody has their way of doing things and are successful doing it. Okay, so I'm not going to tell somebody they're wrong for doing something that I don't do. That's not the way it works. So I do my thing in the morning. I wait to see what's happening, and I can judge how I'm going to trade, from there. So AMD, this is a continuation from yesterday. Okay, yesterday I pointed out that I was looking for, let's see, let me pull up the chart. Hold on a second, guys. Let me pull up the live chart. Come on. Here we go. AMD. All right. So yesterday, if you look at yesterday morning, I was looking at, and I posted this before I left because, I had to take off. I said under this 112 pivot, was where I wanted to get short. All right, I was looking for that yesterday. But they squeezed this stock yesterday. Really nice squeeze. So the bull squeezed the hell out of the shorts. It never triggered an entry, so I never took it. Once it came in, then I said, guys, I'm looking for a back move. I'm looking for a backside move to get short. And then I posted that, hey, we're getting the backside move. And that's when I got short. And I held it overnight because we almost got to the first target last night back here, but we didn't quite do it. But this morning we hit the first target, and I just took profit along the way. All right, and we didn't get through 112 here. We bounced off of 112 again. So as we got up through the 20 period moving average, I went ahead and took it off. You can see it did come back and test this again. I was not shorting this in the last 15 minutes of the day. No way. I'm waiting for tomorrow. Again, I'm waiting tomorrow for this to test the bottom of this channel and sell off. Now, if you look at the daily chart, I mean, after this big run up, we're down to the 5-day moving average. If we open under 112, under the 5-day moving average, look at how far we've got to come. Look at the measured potential that we have on this trade. This is what I'm looking at, guys. Now, last case I'm going to make on this. 60-minute chart. All right, here we broke the low here through 117. That was a good entry this morning. Nice window. in between these linear regression channels. Beautiful. Here we bottomed out. Perfect. Perfect setup for me for tomorrow. Under 112, we take out this channel. We've got a bottom here, bottom here. First stop, we can hit 110. But what I'm looking for is 108. I'm looking for 108 tomorrow or better. I'm looking for it to lose this channel and get hung up on the bottom of this channel. So, that's what I'm looking for on AMD. It's really set up to give us a really good trading opportunity. So that was AMD. This was the biggest trade. Really made some good money on this, and it still has, some opportunity left in it. All right, next trade today was on our watch list from earnings. ETSY, I think they reported yesterday after the close. You can see really nice opening range breakout, but I missed it. Obviously, I was watching and then AMD. So we caught the reversal. All right, I was a little bit late getting it. I should have gotten in closer to the breakup here, but sometimes you get in late. I was at the bottom of this range, but there was still plenty enough room to get a point. See, I got in at 185. I got out at 184. So there was plenty of room here to get profit at that level. And then we bounced off of, we bounced off of the VWAP here, and I grabbed it. I was trying to wait for it to tap it. It didn't. I grabbed it, got the second piece, and again, I should have grabbed it here, but I didn't. I was waiting for it to tap the 20-day, and I missed that little piece, taking the last little piece off here. But it was only a few shares, so no big deal. With 25 shares. So that was a pretty decent trade, and it's kind of what we see for secondary trades. The big trades, the big moves, first 30 minutes of the day. That's why you see me being aggressive. Oh, and I did record the morning session up until almost 11 o'clock. So that is posted and on the home page, and I'll put the link to the video in this description. So if you want to watch the live session this morning, it gets boring because this trading is not exciting and quick and fast, but you learn how to be patient and how to read price action. So that was ETSY. Last trade of the day was SQ on a nice channel break here. I had to wait until we took out this level. I could have gotten in here, but I wanted to wait until we cracked this level, and I got in. First target was the high day. The 52-week high. I'm sorry, this was a 52-week high. Hit the second target, and I was waiting for 290. Just didn't get there. So ended up getting stopped out here. But I was holding on, hoping that we could get this last little 23 shares to recover. But I should have stopped out here. But I never did readjust my mindset after I hit the second profit target. So 1772.80 today. You can see AMD 1185. I would say half of this was a carryover from yesterday. I'm thinking about half of this profit. So the other half we picked up today. But a nice hit on SQ, nice hit on ETSY. Really, really good day. And these are the days that we work so hard for. This is what we grind through the bad days for. so that we're here to take advantage of the good days, to take advantage of these moves that we see. You know, we don't always get a stock to make a run like AMD. We don't always get a stock. This was a 52-week high break that I wish I had taken for a swing trade. I honestly wished I had caught this for a swing trade. And this would have been beautiful. But at some point, it's got to pull back. And you just have to wait until the chart tells you it's pulling back. You can't guess. You know, I could have guessed at 110 and got blown up. I could have guessed at 115 and got blown up. Could have guessed at 120 and it probably would have worked out. You know, I might have gotten stopped out on a pop-up or whatever, but you know, either way, it's you know, it's a good setup. So if we get the next leg down tomorrow, it's going to be another big trade. You know, these don't happen every day, but you got to be there. You got to be consistent with what you do. You can't go come in and make wholesale changes and start chasing stuff because you get frustrated, you know, and all of that. So remember. Sometimes we do get lost. Sometimes we have no idea where we want to go, where we need to go. We do lose our focus, you know, which turns around and it causes us to lose our confidence. We lose our confidence, our passion, our motivation, and our desire to succeed tends to go away. When you feel that, that's when you have to dig in and start grinding. Okay, that's when you have to do it. So you guys have a great night, and I will catch you guys in the morning.